we have a chance right now to go online in a different way, to change the matrix, to be the glitch, which was exactly what I was saying when I called myself in to the system and said that the system is corrupt and we need to do something about it, except I don't know who to call because you guys are allowing the illegal ones to operate legally on the main street in a local place. What the heck? And they ultimately looked at each other, gave a giggle, and then gave a code that I didn't understand was a Form 1 under the Mental Health Act. And then I wound up in Simcoe General Hospital saying, I think I have extra DMT in my system, which is dimethyltryptamine, that I was calling something very close, but not the actual thing because I hadn't looked it up and didn't understand it fully, but then got to learn. And yet I wasn't wrong, except that wasn't the answer that they were looking for, and instead thought that I have a mental health issue, and my symptoms of being above average in terms of my intellect and curiosity, which means I find answers most people don't think to ask the question to find. Because the quality of our lives is always in direct proportion to the quality of questions we are willing to ask ourselves, right? Yeah. I started recording at a minute and a half ago. So, Sunshine David, you were just on the Mystic Music Summit.
Yes, I was.
And I would love for you to tell the people who will listen to this message, which I'm going to explain the story of me going over the edge and falling squarely into my heart. And I want to know what your experience of this Mystic Music Summit that we just had was.
Really challenging to put into linear words. There's a lot of stuff in this, but the way that the 8 of us held space for each other, I feel a lot lighter. I felt the heaviness go, feeling more confident, and the pressure, it's just, shifting into my heart. Wow, just realize that now here. And I spent a lot of my life in the left brain and just dealing with a lot of programming from a very early age. And it's not something you can really explain. It's something that's got to be experienced like everything else. And I'm very grateful, Laura, that you called me earlier today. It was wonderful. I was just meditating and the phone rang and waking up to your lovely voice there and be able to participate in this. I'm very grateful for leaders such as you, the New Earth,
Thank you.
Ones who think outside the box. Because the system doesn't work and the whole matrix is collapsing and it's time to create something better, something different, like a parallel reality. That's what I've been called to do too. Mm-hmm. And just had to work through my own stuff and connecting with you all today was very helpful and very grateful. Thank you.
100%. My pleasure. And honestly, thank you for being willing to show up. I had no idea that you were a musician, that you have a song. I had no idea. And yet I was not wrong to reach out because that was where I felt called, just like Susie expressed on the call, which will be uploaded as soon as I get off the phone and stop recording and get focused on that, because every project is like a little rabbit hole that we can go on. Every report requires energy, effort, attention, time, and sometimes even money, which are the team players, the energetic resources that we are constantly investing, either sensibly or unwisely, and we get to decide based on whether we are willing to look at the lies of what may seem obvious and yet isn't, because we have not yet exposed the lies of what was oblivious before we grew in awareness, to rise to the top of the penthouse of possibility, peace, passion, joy, knowledge, self-expression, self-mastery at the highest level. As Maslow would say, the hierarchy of needs self-actualization is the greatest expression, and then yet Tony Robbins actually broke those same ones down with 6 ranks within the hierarchy if you base it on that, and growth and contribution are the top of his, which are the same as in the hero's journey from an empowered perspective, which we're going to call the sacred sojourn of the soul, because it is about learning to go within so we don't go without. And that we don't fall when the out changes and tries to press on us like the earth does the coal, which turns into a diamond. So if you have gone through hard times, please know it is your soul's request to grow and evolve and become more than you once were before. For in the moment that the caterpillar believes that it is about to die, the butterfly is given life to. And so in the place of who you used to be, now you get to be who you desire to be, who you see yourself to be, which is why Rimini led us through the process she did today, and it all rhymed, so it's all in flow. And no, I did not do it myself. I'm just the vessel. I get out of the way and I let it flow through me, because I've gotten out of my mind and fallen squarely into my heart, the sacred chamber of the soul, which is what Michael Seekers and I actually did a video on today, because David and I were talking. And I said, darling, you would be well served to reignite the flame within, the sacred chamber of the heart. And he said, what? I said, let me get Michael to share what he knows about said flame, because I am learning too and have wanted to know. And so now we all do, because one was willing to ask the question and the answer is always offered. The solution readily, handy, and nearby, if only we are willing to dig a bit and find that Jesus wasn't born in a manger to put mangers on the map. Jesus was born of humble beginnings in order to rise to the top and be the cream, not because he had all the luxury endowed to him, but instead because he fought to get there. He pushed through and won over the ego that would edge God out and let fear override the system of faith that we must drive consciously. 5:44, now 7 minutes, 44 seconds in, it is time for us to rise together. Peaceful Inner Warriors United is the project, the experience that I have been working on for 4 years nearly, while I've been writing a book that rewrote me before the world got to see the version that I have been putting together, because it's required now more than ever. And had I done it before, it would have been good enough, sure, but now it's better. Because I've applied what I learned, and I've went through the darkest and lowest times I could even imagine, experiencing first getting locked up for 3 days, where I experienced being lied to, dehumanized, no eye contact made, lies being told to patients about time to interrupt their ability to get sleep in a windowless space. That is cruel. And yet it is the world that we live in when we allow evil to be what governs us. Understanding it is only when we reverse the letters of evil to live in this moment fully committed to who we came here to be, which is ascended. Masters, each of us, all of us have a chance if we choose. It is a choice, and we must do the work. That is why I've created a special practice I have been doing my best to share, and I said at 9/11, oh my. So, I have been performing more than I have been conversing with my friend who did call and hold space for me earlier, and me for him to a degree, and then on the call again for more, and now again here for nearly 30 minutes again. This was 30 minutes of his life, and now it's becoming time in yours that we can either invest or spend, and understand that when we spend our time, energy, effort, attention, money, our team is committed to good, maybe, bad, likely, maybe, depending on your results, they speak for themselves. So you just look at your life circumstances and the 8 spheres of influence and areas of focus within our lives that we must understand is like the wheel that we are driving through life in, ranked from 0 to 10, 10 being great, 0 being horrible. How in the flow are we, ranking each of those sections and then imagining how it would feel to ride a wheel shaped like that. Oh my, once again, 1028. So I want to ask you, my friend Sunshine David, what this 30 minutes has meant to you after the Mad Hatter's Mystic Music Summit before it and our conversation before that of a more personal nature.
Wow, thank you for sharing all that, reflecting a lot. And one thing I've been realizing recently, like I said, felt like I was in between worlds, between the caterpillar and the butterfly. And wow, I don't even know what to put in the words here, but it's priceless. The magic, the synchronicity. I don't even have any words right now. Just feeling blessed and grateful. I'm very grateful that you pieced this all together and I'm a part of it. And that's how we shift. We got to do the inner exploration and work, but we're not meant to do it all alone. Holding space for each other, lending a helping hand. Yeah. So I'm still taking it all in. So.
Beautiful. Well, I gotta go because my pizza is nearly ready. So it was awesome to connect with you.
Awesome to connect too. Very grateful and I'd love to stay in touch with you there.
Yes, most certainly. So thank you and much love. And
much love to you.
Yeah, I'll text you. No, I'll just message you on Facebook when the Mystic Music Summit is edited and ready to be posted so you can share it, and certainly we'll tag you, and you've now got connected to some pretty amazing people, and I would highly recommend you check out Susie and Luna and Jules' music, and Rimini did the process, and Eric just was the song that was playing when you came into the summit too. So it's like everybody has so much to offer, and even you have a rap song that you may cover.
I have a rap song, yeah.
I made a little face when I said about the cover.
I'll send you a link to it.
That's amazing. So it's just about repurposing it so that we can raise the vibe to either the 432 hertz or the 528 to elevate the resonance of the field that we are creating together, which is what we did with Rimini's guided process. So I would love for you to come with us to the next one in 2 Tuesdays from today, which is February 23rd at 5:50 p.m. So thank you, and now you know what you missed if you weren't there live and what you can join in on next time. Thank you. Toodaloo. Laura J. Namaste. Namago.
May the source be with you always there.
Woo! Sunshine David, say again.
May the source be with you always.
May the force be with you always. Or did you say source?
Source. George Lucas can't sue that way.
Ah! May the source be with you always. Amen. Thank you. Toodaloo.
Take care.